Okay. My original intent, and by the way, the chat is still open. If you guys if you guys put something in the chat, it'll flash on my end. So just make sure you, don't hesitate to stop me for whatever reason. Okay. My original intent for your guys' class was, I think I had mentioned it before, was for every exam that you guys were going to have, you guys were going to have a group quiz along with it, right? But that involved you guys being in groups and physically being able to talk to people. That is no longer possible because we're all in our homes, right? So that leaves a big portion of your guys's final grades up in the air, because I can still give you guys an exam, but then you guys won't be able to rack up any more points for your group quizzes, right? So what I'm going to do instead is this. So this is what took me maybe like 10 minutes for me to set up just now, which is why we're starting a little later than I would want, but it's done. It's done. It's already up. So I put up So I put up a practice exam 2. Okay. It is in your Canvas right now.
Right.
Okay. So let me show you guys how to get there. Let me switch over to my student account. Student view, here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna share a screen with you guys. So share. Okay. Does everybody see the homepage for the course?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go to assignments, and right now you have these upcoming assignments, right? There is a practice exam 2 in here, okay? And it's out of 130 points, okay? This is your dry run, okay? And this practice exam goes under your, it's not here. I don't think it'll show up here. It'll go under your group quiz. Let me see. Does it give it to you? No. It'll go under your group quiz grade. Okay. There are unlimited attempts, and it'll keep your highest score. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I made it due the day of the final, just later on at night. Okay. The test will look exactly the same. The only difference is that the exam will require you to upload your write-ups for the problem. Does that make sense? So for the exam on Wednesday, you will, it's going to be very similar to your practice exam. There's going to be a separate sort of assignment open for everybody, where once the test is finished, you have to submit the write-ups for your problems to a separate file, to a separate assignment, okay? But the test is similar, okay? In terms of the points for it, it'll be about the same, 130. The difference is depending on how much of a write-up you give, you'll get more points for that. So half of the points are going to go for the write-up and half of the points are going to go for the test. Got it?
For the actual test, right?
For the actual test, right?
Okay.
Ask me questions, ask me stuff. I know there are questions out there, so let me answer them now. How many people we got now?
2.
No, there's more. I think there's 9.
Oh,
6, 12. Yeah, 12. Oh, man. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? So let me go ahead and do a little recap. So I just opened up this practice quiz or this practice exam here, okay? Unlimited attempts, it'll keep your highest score, okay? And you have between today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to do it, okay? For the practice test, no write-up is required. Just answer the questions, and if you get all the way up to that 130 points, you're good to go. You're done, okay? This is as a sort of your practice for exam 2, okay? The difference between the practice exam and actual exam 2 is, like I said, half of the points will be doled out for the write-up and half of the points will be doled out to the correct answer. Okay, so for the actual exam, you will have to submit your write-ups for each one of the problems. Okay, I'm going to make a separate assignment where you, like you've been doing for your homeworks, you take a picture of your write-ups and just submit them. Okay. Like I know this is, I know that some of you guys are already thinking like, why are you making us submit write-ups? Well, I need to know that you're doing it and not typing it into the internet calculator and figuring it out that way. Okay. So I need to see you guys produce something that shows me that you actually know what you're doing and not typing it into a calculator. Okay. So for the actual exam, you're going to still have the exam, same thing. But at the end, you're going to submit your write-up into a separate assignment. Can we get more late passes? Sure. Should I do it right now? Let me see. No, that's not where I need to go. Okay, let me send you guys back to this. Are there any questions about the exam? Are there any questions about how the exam's gonna happen?
Did you say it was going to be timed or not?
I think it is going to be timed. I think I'm gonna allow you guys the entire 3 hours to do it. Plus another half hour to get your guys' write-ups sort of fixed up right, so you can submit them.
Okay, and then would that be at the time of the class?
That would be the time of the class.
All right.
Yeah, make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Are we still gonna have to be in the Zoom call for this?
Are you gonna have to be in the Zoom call for it? You're going to have to be in the Zoom call for it. No, but I will be on anyway. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So you guys can be on, and I will be on if you need to. If you need to ask me a question, right? That's the primary reason why I'll be online anyway. If you need to ask me a question, I'll be online. But if not, you don't have to be. So long as you just finish the quiz. I mean, so long as you finish the exam.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So like this is no joke. The practice exam 2 is almost exactly identical to your actual exam. The only thing that's changing is numbers.
Wait. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we're
What is
taking a
this?
practice test today?
No, the practice test I'm gonna leave for you guys to take on your own for the next 2-3 days. So I made it due Wednesday night, 11:59 p.m.
Okay, and then the test is on Monday next week?
The test is on Wednesday,
Okay.
this coming Wednesday.
Now,
the
do we
15th.
need, I was wondering, I don't have a webcam. Do you need a webcam for the
Nope.
test?
No.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of your guys' other, some of you guys' friends probably have math classes and they're making them buy cameras and shit like that. The class to begin with didn't require a camera. I'm not going to make you guys require a camera now.
Okay.
So long as you can access your Canvas, you can take the exam. Like I said, the only difference between the practice exam and the exam is for the practice exam, you don't have to submit the write-ups for your problems. For the actual exam, you do.
Okay. So
Does that make sense?
we're taking the exam on Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
So make sure you have for your exam, like I said, I am rolling with the fact that I'm pretty sure that all you guys are going to be using my notes, your notes, the internet, calculators. So all of this stuff that I'm putting up online for you guys to do on your practice test, sort of all fair game. Okay.
Okay.
So you can use whatever you need to. Okay.
So you're just gonna make it harder.
Huh?
You're just gonna make it harder.
I'm gonna make it harder, but based on the just the sole numbers. That's it. The numbers are just gonna be a little bit less manageable, if you will.
I will.
And is there any resource that, for chapter 5, wasn't there something that you said we're going to be using? Like,
there is the little like trifold packet, so it's this thing.
Oh yeah.
This thing.
and okay, yeah. And what do where do we get that at again? It's online, right?
Yeah, so if you go to my notes, so if you go to these things, let me share. Oh, it's already there. If you go to these notes right here, right? And let's say, I think they're in 5.2. Come on. If you go to 5.2, I think it's way at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. And so here's where they are. I think I put this up online under your files for the class.
Okay.
Notes, it's on unit 5.2 or section 5.2.
Perfect. And then also, is the test on, well, the test is on chapter 4.1 through 5.4?
Right. So today is actually the last bit of stuff that we're going to cover for that exam. Give me a second, you guys. I need water. All right. Any more questions on practice exam or exam 2? What do people do over the weekend? Huh?
On the practice exam,
Yeah?
is there going to be those videos too for the questions or no?
No.
Okay.
So like I said, this is going to be straight up. It's going to feel, I think it's going to feel like an exam, except you get to use all your notes and stuff. So the point behind it, I guess, is one, I want to make sure that you know what you're doing. And two is you know how to use your notes, know how to use the material in front of you, right? Where you don't get a prompt from the question to know what to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Any at all? Oh, man. You guys have no idea how stressed I literally, I didn't even go to sleep last night till like 3 at night trying to finish it up. And even then, I wasn't completely done with it, which kind of sucked. All right, for some reason, my computer's acting up. All right, you guys ready?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we to do the practice exam on the paper and take a photo? Or?
For the actual exam, yes. You'll have to write up the answer and then submit it. But for the practice exam, you do not. So if you get the practice exam correct, you get the full points.
Okay. So we do it like video assignment, the practice exam?
Come again?
I mean the practice exam, how we do it, like the video assignment, the same?
No, it's going to be, so it should be under your assignments already. And you'll see it says practice exam 2.
Okay. So the time is the class time or any time we can do it?
The practice exam, it is for you guys to do between now and Wednesday night. So you can do it between now and Wednesday night. Okay.
Yeah.
Exam 2 will only happen this coming Wednesday.
Okay. So
Okay.
the day after tomorrow or the next Wednesday, like
The
next
day
week?
after tomorrow.
Okay.
The day after tomorrow.
So for the practice, we have time until Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
like Tuesday, late night, yeah?
Yep. So you have all of tonight,
Mm-hmm.
all of tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and all of Wednesday,
Okay.
up until 11:59 p.m. to do the practice exam.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And it'll
Yeah.
keep your highest score.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you say we can do all these tests at night, right?
Yep. The practice exam, yes.
So the actual test we gotta take.
In class at whatever time that is. During regular time. During
Okay.
our regular class time.
I just gotta make out a schedule. I had to find side work, so
Okay.
I've been busting my ass trying to make up from fucking shit.
Yeah. I think everybody is.
So even we can do like the practice exam after the actual exam.
Yes, you can.
Mhm.
But that sort of does you no good. So I suggest you do it either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's a
Um,
practice exam. We have
It's a practice it right. Okay. And like I said, the practice exam, I literally took a copy of exam 2 and called it a practice exam. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the same couple of questions shuffled around
Mm-hmm.
for each problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you do the practice exam and you get the 130 out of 130, you're set. Okay. And you can continue doing them for more practice. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions? I know we're beating a dead horse here.
I like beating dead horses.
Yeah. Any other
I'm
questions
ready.
you guys got on exam 2? So make sure for exam 2, you have some form of blank paper, either whether it be lined or grid or just plain out printer paper is perfectly fine. So long as you have something where you can write down your work while you do it, that'd be best, so that you could take a picture of it and submit it that way. Okay. Like I said, you do have to provide a write-up of your solution for exam 2. For practice exam, you don't.
So this is an additional exam, like we had in the syllabus, like we had the midterm and like the final exam. So this is not the final exam. Yeah.
This is not the final exam. This is just a practice exam. So like I was saying, the original intent for the class was every time you guys had an exam, you guys had a group quiz that looked really similar to the practice exam. Sorry, that looked really similar to the actual exam, right? We now can't do that because we're under lockdown, right? So we can't go to school.
Lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. So that means that your guys's group quiz only has one thing right now, which is your group quiz. It'd be nice for you guys to have a little bit more there. So that's why I'm giving you guys a practice exam to try out, to practice. And whatever your highest score is on that, that's what the thing keeps. Got it? Okay.
Yeah. So can we work it like as a group?
If you want.
That's good.
you'd have to figure out how to call other people from the class.
Mhm.
This is completely up to you guys how you want to do it. So if you guys want to do it as a group, you guys have to figure out how to get Zoom to work so you guys can discuss it, or you guys have to call each other, figure out a way to do it. Okay. But I'm not barring you guys from working together.
Okay.
Okay. For exam 2, though. Oh yeah, for exam 2 as well. I can't keep you guys from doing that. You guys notice how I'm like, yeah, I'm giving in. Can you guys tell? Yeah. Okay, for some reason, my Zoom is not responding. So if I leave you guys right now, my bad. And I'll be back in a little bit. Okay?